The most common question I get, what are the major differences from the original Nintendo Switch? Let's dive into the major differences between Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom Nintendo Switch 2 edition. On the original Nintendo Switch, both games runs at 720p in handheld mode and 1080 docked. And the frame rates usually are gonna be dipping in a lot of grassy areas like Korok Forest, Hyrule Castle, Rito Village, and thick jungles of Faron. With the Nintendo Switch 2 edition, handheld can run up to 120 frames per second in less demanding areas, while dock gameplay hits 4K at 60 frames per second. I've never considered myself a person that it's very driven by graphics, to more like the game experience and the kind of games that I'm currently playing. When I started playing the demo at the Nintendo Switch 2 experience, I completely stopped playing them because I wanted to fully immerse myself into this, let's say, brand new adventure, even though it's the same thing. I was very excited to try it out on the Switch too, so that's why I decided to completely stop. Even on the more demanding areas, the frame rate will remain much more stable compared to the original Switch. So this means a lot smoother exploration and more immersive gameplay, whether you're on the go or at home. And speaking about getting the most out of your gameplay, I've been testing these Kontrol no slip thumb grips for my Joy-Con and as well for my Pro Controller, and I have to say that it really makes a huge difference. Just by aiming, it does give you a lot more precision and they don't slip at all. It feels very much more responsive. I was very impressed because honestly, this is my first time trying any of these and I never thought that it was going to be a lot more smoother than what originally comes with the actual Joy-Con. Even blowing up those pesky coral balloons all over Hyrule, though using a key's eyeball in Tears of the Kingdom doesn't count. I've been testing both the 8-pack handheld edition, which comes with 2 white, 2 black, 2 clear or transparent, and 2 red grips, and also the Minecraft Creeper edition. It really does give extra comfort to my thumbs, and it's ultra soft, but at the same time it has a grippy material so it doesn't slip at all. And they are durable rubber, like they won't tear if you stretch them. So it is compatible with the Steam Deck, with the ROG Ally, with the MSI Claw, PlayStation Portal, Switch 2, Pro controllers, and Joy-Cons, and even more. So be sure to get your own Kontrol Freek no slip thumb grips, link in the description and the pinned comment down below. Trust me, your thumbs will thank you. Now back to the video. Another of the major changes are the loading times. So in both games, they are super fast. It loads up within 5 seconds, even on heavy populated areas. That will be the only downside that I'm seeing, is that you're not able to even read through the entire tip every time that you're loading areas. It really loads up very, very fast. But in my opinion, the big addition is Zelda Notes. It's very simple to set up. You just have to be connected on the same Wi-Fi network that you have on both your Nintendo Switch and your cell phone. Once you link, it'll unlock new content for you. So you have 8 new features for Breath of the Wild and 9 new features for Tears of the Kingdom. I'll be working on a separate video about Zelda Notes, but if I already have it, then go to the description or on the pinned comment to watch the video after this one. One of those features are the new added voice memories that are included on both Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. In Breath of the Wild, you have 125 new voice memories that you can locate throughout the entire map for you to learn a little bit more about the story.
Past this gate is a snowy landscape, cold enough for one to freeze there. The area is a place where heroes can test their skills, but the landscape is clearly not a natural phenomenon. Perhaps some ancient technology we have yet to learn about is being used here.
But in Tears of the Kingdom, we have 240 voice memories, and these are divided into 3 different ones, but here's your spoiler alert. If you want to go through it yourself, you can just click ahead or watch this video after. with that out of the way, then you have 150 voice memories from Princess Zelda. Hyrule is specifically Princess Zelda's voice memories. You have about 35 memories or voice memories that you can hear or listen to from King Rauru himself. And last but not least, we have Master Goga's perspective from the depths. That's about 55 voice memories that you'll be able to unlock by going through the depths. And that brings us to the total of 240 voice memories that you can unlock or you can discover within Tears of the Kingdom using Zelda Notes. Okay. Aha! Listen.
This room feels a little lonely, so I've decided to decorate it with pictures of the people and places I encountered on my travels. And also with the memories of my dearest friends.
And I have to say that this extra content adds so much depth into the story, and it makes the exploration even more rewarding when you're going through Hyrule one more time. Another big change is that now you can save a second file within the game. So this means you can continue the first game you play while starting a completely fresh adventure. Perfect if you just want to try different strategies or just want to experience the whole story again on the Nintendo Switch 2. Now, let's talk about transferring your old save data. This is crucial if you have invested over 500 hours into Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom. So if you have the Nintendo Switch Online membership, the base one, you don't really need the expansion pack, and you use Cloud Save Data feature, that's a way for you to transfer it from your old Switch into the new one. I remember the first time I booted up my Nintendo Switch 2, it does prompt you to go ahead and do the transfer, but it is required for you to have the original game console there with you. So if your data wasn't backed up on the cloud, unfortunately it cannot be transferred without the original console. One of the most common questions that I get as well while I'm streaming either Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, whether the Nintendo Switch 2 is worth it or not. Financially speaking, not everyone is going to be able to afford this. So my advice on those scenarios is you can probably consider trading in your original Switch and then get the credit and pay the difference so you can get the Nintendo Switch 2. The problem there is that if you don't have the original Nintendo Switch anymore, then how are you going to transfer that data into the new console? Nintendo is still offering the 7-day Nintendo Switch Online trial, which you can find directly on their website. So you can use that to back up everything on your original Switch before you go and trade it in and then re-download it on your Nintendo Switch 2. And keep in mind that you can also save with a family membership, which allows you to add up to 8 Nintendo accounts, including yourself. That'll be 7 more people that you can add. Either you can tag along with someone or you can tag along more people to your group. And everyone within the Nintendo account in that family group are going to be able to take advantage of the Nintendo Switch Online membership. And even the Nintendo account states that there is an actual information icon for you to get the family membership, which is a lot cheaper. So to sum up everything, the Nintendo Switch 2 edition brings a higher resolution, smoother frame rate, new content through Zelda Notes, and the second save file that you can take advantage by playing the Nintendo Switch 2 editions. I briefly discussed about pricing, so I'm gonna leave that video here in the comments, but very briefly, either you can get the original cartridges secondhand, you can most likely go online and try to see if someone is selling them for a cheaper price. Some retailers will also have some discounts for the original cartridges if you never own any of these games, and if you take advantage of the Nintendo Switch Online membership with the expansion pack as a family membership, then you can get those upgrades included within the price, so you don't have to pay extra. The other option, of course, if you have never owned any of these games, is for you to get the Nintendo Switch 2 editions, the little red cartridges that are directly for Nintendo Switch 2. The pricing, of course, might be a little bit higher than you were expecting, so again, you can either mix and match and see if it's more convenient for you to get the original cartridges and then get the upgrade that way. And finally, if you don't have the Nintendo Switch Online or you don't have any plans on acquiring it, then you'll only have to pay about $10 for each one of the upgrades. But you still need to have the original base game in order for you to download the upgraded version. You can go into the Nintendo eShop and buy the upgrade directly from there, so it gets downloaded to your Nintendo Switch. If you want to know all the Zelda games playable on Nintendo Switch 2 so far, watch this video next. I'll see you there. Bye! A huge shout out to my channel members for all their amazing support. You guys are seriously the best. If you'd like to help me gather more rupees, support my work, and get access to exclusive perks, consider becoming a member of the channel for only $2 a month. It really helps me making content like this, and I truly appreciate every single one of you. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.